Ladies and gentlemen, with that, let's now move forward towards our next topic coming your way. And this time we will be focusing more towards resilient and sustainable future. And this will be delivered in the form of a keynote address by none other than Warren East, CBE, Chief Executive, Rolls-Royce PLC. In fact, Warren East is someone who has been an engineer by background and training, and also comes with an outstanding record as a Chief Executive Officer for his deep understanding of technology and also of developing long-term partnerships. And he became a non-executive director of Rolls-Royce PLC in January 2014 and subsequently became chief executive in July 2015. So let's try to understand more about a resilient as well as a sustainable future from the leader himself, Warren East. Here we go.
Hello, and thank you. And thank you to the Times Group and the Economic Times for inviting me and Rolls-Royce to be part of this forum. It's a pleasure to address the audience. Of course, we now live in a new virtual normal, and that's made it possible for all of us to come together from different parts of the world for this event. I guess that's one of the few bright spots of the global pandemic that we've all been through. We all know this pandemic has not only impacted human lives, but it's impacted economies worldwide, and economies are still feeling its impact, and that impact further affects human lives. Now, nations have rightly prioritized people and healthcare, and the focus is now on building resilience for the future. Like many other countries, India, of course, has faced many challenges throughout the last 2 years. You don't need me to tell you that, and you don't need me to tell you that India had to display strength in controlling the spread of the pandemic, but also has demonstrated great leadership in charting a path ahead for economic expansion with a firm focus on sustainability. Now, for us at Rolls-Royce, India will continue to be an important and high potential market. We take a very long-term view. That long-term view, for example, is evidenced by the fact that we've been partnering in India for 90 years, ever since we first powered the first commercial aircraft for Tata Aviation back in 1932. And we powered the first military aircraft of the Indian Air Force, No. 1 Squadron, in 1933. We've actually been making in India for nearly 70 years. It's been a close partnership, and that encompasses engine technology and continuous capability development. And that's helped create an aerospace ecosystem in the country. And we're very proud of that history, and we look forward to continue to building on that. Now, India's clarion call of self-reliant India is obviously a step in the right direction. And it's helped India's phenomenal V-shaped recovery in most sectors. Why do I say that? Not only is India among the few large economies to have managed a very quick and effective recovery, but it's also bounced back to its pre-COVID growth outlook as we look forwards. India has also demonstrated strong commitment to sustainability goals. For instance, at the recent COP26 event, I visited that event on 2 occasions over the 10 days or so, and I witnessed that for myself. Looking forward, collaboration with partner nations such as the UK, I think will further accelerate this journey, and it will build resilience for the future. As we look to build back and build forward, in fact, from the pandemic, the way to resilience is by making economies more inclusive and sustainable. And as far as technology is concerned, and we are an industrial technology company, as far as technology is concerned, I'm an optimist, and I believe in the positive transforming potential of technology. And I believe that technology can provide solutions to the world's most difficult challenges. And it's, I guess, what generally makes me optimistic about the future. Investing in technology will be key to economic resilience and self-reliance. Initiatives like digitalization and upskilling will be crucial going forwards. In today's connected world, data is an essential resource, and that must be harnessed. Now, we have data experts who analyze data in a part of our aerospace business. They analyze data from millions of flights every year, from almost a third of the airline's global routes. And our analysis, for instance, help our customers to save 100,000 tons of fuel every year. Now, you might say, well, 100,000 tons of fuel, it's difficult to imagine. For instance, that is enough to power a Boeing 747 to fly to the moon and back 13 times. Now, apart from the multi-million-dollar commercial benefits from that sort of thing for our customers, of course, that has an impact on decreasing the amount of fossil fuel that is burned in aviation. And that is the power of digital. And India, of course, has great potential here with its strong digital talent base. And at Rolls-Royce, we are using those strengths both with our in-house teams and with our partners in India. Another example, our all-electric plane, Spirit of Innovation, that's recently achieved the world speed record to become the world's fastest electrical plane. Our digital team at our Square Data Labs in India played a vital role in that. They provided critical data analytics for the plane to get to the maximum speed for its world record. The R Square Data Labs team in India developed some data visualizations for the flight test engineers as the plane was going through its record attempt. And I actually witnessed that when I saw the plane at its record attempt. I saw the flight test engineers in action with the visualization that had been provided by the data analytics team in India. And that enabled both optimization of design, but also supported the safety validation. And the team also combined sensor data, once every second data from lots of components within the aircraft. They combined that with reference data to provide intelligence on the drive energy and the powertrains and the aircraft parameters as it was going about its record. And the team in India had to work in an agile way, and clearly we benefited from the agile work culture and use of the cloud infrastructure to handle the vast amounts of data that were involved. So a couple of examples there. Now, economic recovery must be compatible with sustainability goals, and sustainability will be crucial over the coming decades. A greener recovery is going to help economies rebuild and to help build resilience so that economies can withstand future shocks. Achieving net zero represents perhaps the greatest technological challenge, but also the greatest technological opportunity, and behind that, a commercial opportunity of our time. And of course, it is an imperative for society as well. We heard during COP26 of the investment that's required to achieve net zero. And that's a lot. But we've also heard about the trillions of dollars that are actually aligning behind net zero. And that's investment that, of course, we can use to transform industries. For instance, electrification has the potential to open up a whole new world of urban air mobility. Hybrid electric technologies can revitalize the regional aviation market. And both of these areas are important to us as a business. Alternative fuels can help today's technology be compatible with net zero. And on that, in that direction, we're already testing our engines with sustainable aviation fuels. And as we look further into the future, but indeed coming very fast, we can see hydrogen playing an increasingly important part in many areas of transport, many sectors of the economy. And at Rolls-Royce, our technologies and our businesses will touch many parts of the future hydrogen economy. New fuels are going to be more expensive, of course, at least in the short to medium term. And so we know we must also continue to improve the efficiency of the engines that we have. So there are many, many paths, but one direction and destination, and that is net zero. And that's why at Rolls-Royce we're committed to ensuring that all our new products will be compatible with net zero operation by 2030, and all our products will be compatible by 2050. Our demand for sustainable power will only grow, and in the future we're creating sustainable solutions at Rolls-Royce, including all-electric and hybrid electric solutions, microgrids, battery storage, and alternative solutions that work with alternative fuels like hydrogen. So that's part of the way forward. Now, another thing, and this sounds a little bit strange, but when we talk about self-reliance and resilience, collaboration is actually key to self-reliance and resilience. So now more than ever, you'll find that nations need to come together to drive this sustainable economic recovery. And India has shown the way by leading cooperation in the area, for instance, of vaccines. The collaboration between India and the UK for developing a COVID-19 vaccine, Covishield, has played a role not only in accelerating India's immunization drive, but it also helped other countries get access to those vaccines. And I'm sure that that success can be replicated in other strategic areas to accelerate the move to self-reliance and resilience. We can already see a shift in the mindsets from regarding the energy transition as a threat to seeing the energy transition as a massive opportunity. And if we haven't already done so, we have to stop thinking about climate change as some sort of ESG initiative or risk assessment exercise. It's an imperative and it's an opportunity. The world needs $30 trillion of investment this next decade. It sounds like a lot of money, of course it is, but we shouldn't regard it as a huge problem. We should regard it as $30 trillion of investment opportunity. And that can be an opportunity even where you don't expect it. For example, a third of our business is in the defense sector. And you don't hear much about defense and climate change, but actually no government in the world has privatized its armed forces. So for a whole country to meet its nationally determined contributions, it will have to address those emissions from its defense forces. And our technology, things like microgrids, all electric trainer aircraft, direct air capture to create net zero fuels. These are all areas where we bring our technology to bear in the search for solutions. Industry collaboration is important to make sustainable solutions work too. So collaboration between nations, but also collaboration within industries and between industrial sectors. For example, to make sustainable aviation fuel work in the future, we're collaborating right across the value chain. Producers of SAF are committed to produce more fuel. Rolls-Royce, as a technology provider, is committed to proving that its engines are compatible with 100% SAF by 2023. And partners like Airbus and Singapore Airlines are committed to using more SAF. Going forward, however, we need to look further. We need to look down that value chain and create more awareness among the end consumers, people like you or I that get onto airplanes, so that they opt for greener options when they fly. And then, of course, we've got the whole value chain covered. There's tremendous opportunity to create shared value with countries like the UK, co-development of technology in traditional areas such as defence and security, but also addressing opportunities of the future, like securing a sustainable world. I think, to summarise, taking the UK for an example, India and the UK focusing on greater collaboration in areas of technology around sustainability provides great potential for both nations to drive progress and prosperity together. And at Rolls-Royce, we look forward to being part of that journey. Thank you.